This season, we always wanted our Empire Strikes Back season. We tried it a little bit with 3, but this is kind of really doubling down on that idea of, like, at least 3 has a sad note. There's a sacrifice, but they've defeated the evil, or at least pushed it back for a while. Whereas this one, we wanted them to actually lose. Mm-hmm. And so we wanted our characters to experience what that felt like. And that was the big idea really coming into 4, right? Was that they were going to lose, that we were going to introduce Vecna, and that they were going to lose to him. Mm-hmm. That would be setting our characters up for what is going to be the ultimate final confrontation with Vecna, with the Upside Down, which is going to be season 5.
And what about Max's horrifying death?
Yeah. Right.
Was there any possibility that she was going to die permanently, or was it always kind of a coma?
No, it was discussed. It was discussed as a possibility. For a while, that is what was going to happen. And so sort of we ended up in this sort of more of a, we wanted to end it in a little bit more of a question mark at the end of the season, where it's still really dark and we don't know if Max is going to be okay or
have eyeballs,
or what's, yeah, we don't really know. I think, and we wanted to leave it a little bit up in the air moving forward into season 5.
We have to talk about Eddie. He's living out every metalhead's dream in this epic guitar solo. It's so wonderful. We lost him too early.
We're sad to see him go.
How could you bully him like that?
Well, it was the same thing. It was the similar feeling to what happened when we were doing season 2 with Sean Astin, where he was supposed to die halfway through that season, and we just kept pushing it because we didn't want him to die. Now, this was different because we had all the scripts written ahead of time, but it was a similar feeling, and we fell in love with Eddie. We fell in love with Joe and what Joe was doing. I think everybody in the cast fell in love with him. And it was, it was written, it was going to happen. And we knew he had to die, but it was just, yes, I have some there's definitely a part of me that wishes he was still around for 5, but I guess that's ultimately how you want to feel.
I think it's my year, Henderson. I think it's finally my year.
What about the Mind Flayer drawing that was Henry? That was another, whoa. Did that come from the details, or was that always an integral part of the arc setting up Henry as one? Slash Vecna? Yeah,
it was always something we wanted to make sure to get in there, was to start to explain how all this works with the Mind Flayer. And, we saw the Mind Flayer talking through Billy in season 3, but we never really knew until now what that voice was and where it was coming from. And I think when you hear Henry speaking, say, the end of episode 7, or when he's talking to 11,
we could reshape the world, remake it however we see fit. Join me.
Hopefully people can see how the tone of that voice and the types of things he's saying and the language he's using is very similar to what we had in season 3 with Billy.
We've been building it. We've been building it